Coach Ryan from Functional Flex, Team FFLEX. I'm here in the office. I'm going to tell you about muscle isolation and how actually not using as much weight as you think you probably need to use is going to actually give you better results in the long term. Now, the point of this video is that a lot of people out here are training muscles that they're not trying to train, okay? And what I mean by that, let's take the bicep curl for example, okay? I see this every fucking day, all the time, Instagram, everywhere, in the gym, anywhere I go. Guys curling like this. They'll start the weight down here and they'll curl up and they'll get their shoulders in it. So basically they're doing a curl like this. And when we do a curl like that, what's happening? We're actually training the fucking shoulders. We're not training the damn biceps that we're trying to do. Same thing correlates to a lot of other people with other movements, lunges, shoulder presses, triceps, all these different things. Especially like bent over rows and other rows like that, whatever, any muscle, any movement, any person, male, female, you can make mistakes with your training by going too heavy. And what that ends up doing is actually forcing accessory muscles to work. Just like this example in the bicep curl, we're trying to actually train the bicep, but what we're going to do is train the shoulder and the bicep and probably into the lat and the trap and the fucking tricep. All these different muscles that we're not trying to work are going to get work, which all of a sudden is going to mean the actual muscle we're trying to train is getting far, far less work. What would happen if I actually dropped the weight down to something I could manage with perfect form, kept my elbows right where they need to be, and curled up and down? I'm going to overload that muscle that I'm trying to train. While the weight might be lighter, and thus I might think in my head, oh no, it's not going to give me as good of results, I'm actually taxing the muscle to a much larger degree. So if you're watching this video now, I want you to think about some exercise you do, think about some stuff your form's not 100% on, think about like rows where people jerk their whole body, or shoulder press where they're using momentum to press, or bicep curls, tricep extensions, all these different things. Anytime that you compromise form, you're losing results, okay? Weight is never better than form. Form is the #1 first thing all the time. Then we need to dial up the weight that is going to be a heavy weight for that form. Meaning you can't lose the form at the cost of weight ever. Okay? And don't think that this is Coach Ryan trying to tell you not to lift heavy. You should lift heavy, but you gotta lift as heavy as you can with proper form. And that's gonna be variances for every different type of person, every exercise, etc. And the goal here is you should always hit your target rep range and increase weights over time. Now, if you're gonna cheat, you're gonna do jerky movements, you're gonna do momentum movements, you're gonna bounce up and down and all around and use accessory muscles, I guarantee you, your physique's not gonna look better. Some of you out here are probably thinking, well, Ryan, why wouldn't I wanna work my shoulder at the same time as my bicep and get my traps and my back involved? Because when you're shaping your physique, which is what you're trying to do, you need to isolate muscles to get them to shape. Okay? If I want to get my biceps bigger, I need to train fucking biceps. I don't need to train the shoulders with my biceps. It's not going to help. Because basically I'm sharing the load between two muscles, which means overall, less overload on the one I'm trying to build, less results for actually both groups of muscles. So stop wasting your time training heavier, thinking you're getting there faster, when actually you're backpedaling and drowning in the fucking water. Coach Ryan is out.